Hi guys, welcome to Grassroots Evolution. This is Sarah here today, and I'm here to bring you a weekly message for Earth signs. So if you are a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, this is for the week of March 30th through to April 5th. We're crossing over months now, and for me, March is just blown by. I'm not sure about any of you guys, but take what you feel resonates in this. It is a general message, so take what you feel resonates on the soul level. Disregard the rest, my friends. Go about your day. Know that no matter what messages we receive through the cards, through spirit today, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take, and whatever you do to get whatever fulfillment it is in this world you'd like to see, and that's personal power, my friends. So again, thank you for being here. For all my subscribers, thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me, and I wouldn't be doing this without you, so thank you. And for anyone who's new at the end, if this resonates with you, please feel free, hit subscribe, join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often, and hey, help me build my channel. It would be much appreciated. So I'm going to just take a moment to call in Archangel Michael and my team of light at this time to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it. And I'm just going to ask to be used as the clearest channel possible with the most far-reaching of messages that are only for the highest good of those of you watching. And I would suggest, guys, if you're calling in your spirit guides or angels, just ask that they're here giving you top-notch guidance in a way that you can understand. I'm going to move straight into tarot right now. Time is fluid, however, though, so if you encounter this message before or after that week, it still may resonate. Just take it how it does for you, right? Don't make it fit if it doesn't. So I'm going to ask here, this is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. Yeah. I'm going to ask an overarching energy for Earth signs Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn for the week of March 30th through to April 5th, please. What messages would you have anyone know who's watching? Thank you. You have the Ten of Swords. I'm not reading reversals today. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords here. And this speaks about putting a burden down, laying your mind to rest, that the worst has already come and gone. And if you see here, there's a lot of yellow. And when we're holding on and carrying around struggles and burdens and arguments and fights and keeping the energy of a Nine of Swords, kind of this nightmare, can't get it out of our head loop. When we hold on to that, it creates issues with, I feel like, our self-confidence as well and our self-worth, because we're not being able to release these things. This 10, though, is saying, you know what? For my own good, I choose to release it. This is also yellow energy, the sun energy. So very, very good for the solar plexus. But I'm feeling like this week there is a burden to be put down for your own good. So let's find out what that is. Could also be discussions or ways of thinking coming to an end. Can you tell me a little bit about this Ten of Swords, please, Spirit? Hoo-hoo, you get the Ace of Cups. First and foremost as well, this is root chakra. That once we're able to put down whatever has been left unsaid, whatever we have yet to understand, whatever is confusing us, whatever has been hard in our brains, hard in our heads, this is saying, my friends, let it go. Try and put them down, because the worst thing is constantly fixating and rethinking over and over again a failed situation or a situation from the past that at this point you can't do anything about. So when we change our mindset about that, here we come to this new Ace of Cups. This love first for ourselves, because we choose not to keep wallowing or holding on to hurtful situations. But this is also very, very rooted and very, very passionate as well, if you can see this. So the Ten of Cups, and I just dropped a bunch, I'll grab them because I think they're probably important. But the Ten of Cups here with the the Ten of Swords with the Ace of Cups is truly about, I feel like, striving for this self-love, going with the flow, knowing that we can't control every situation, and that allowing that to happen will either bring in new love for ourselves, new passion for ourselves, a new endeavor in something we love, but it's going to have us reaching for something more. And as well, this could be, again, that as you lay the burdens down in the mental entrapment, new love appears, however this resonates for you. So we have a few cards, 3 cards that fell on the ground. And I know I knocked them off, so we're going to read them and see what they are, though. The first one you get is the Three of Wands. And this is another solar plexus card. This is about generally waiting. Oftentimes they're watching for their ships to come in, and if you see here, she's watching a very vast ocean. She's not just watching a little stream, not a canal, not necessarily waiting for some small ship. This is waiting for the grandiose. For me, this is the big one. And both of these focusing on our solar plexus. Both of these as well focusing on joy and rest. And here, she's shining her beacon bright. So I feel like we get here the Six of Cups. This could be waiting for someone from your past. This could be memories and thinking about the past. With this Ten of Swords as well, if you've been thinking about a lot of the struggles, this could be kind of reminiscing about good times. And we also have here the Princess of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, wanting to offer, I think it's the Knight. Oh, I just flipped over and here's the Emperor too. So for some of you, you could be dealing with an Aries. But I feel like overall, this message, we're going to get more cards. I'll shuffle here. But I feel like this message is you could be waiting to receive an offer, receive messages from someone that you have had relationship with in the past, someone that you've had a close kinship or close bond with. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. However, with the Emperor here, this is our masculine polarity. This is also, I want to read to you the book on him. So I'm going to read you just the meditation, and this is also 5th chakra. So Mars, the planet of the 5th chakra, associated with aggression and war, gives us the energy and unapologetically send out our intention out to the universe. Use this energy with your 5th chakra to speak up and express yourself. For some of you, this is definitely putting down the burdens of being afraid to speak, putting down anything blocking you from getting this out, from explaining yourself, to telling people that you love them, to using your voice in appropriate ways. And it also says here, so are you aware of any unspoken messages? Is there something the universe is trying to get through to you? Are you aware that you need to speak up and talk to someone as well? And what I was feeling with this card was that there may have been things left unsaid. I feel like the universe right now has this going, okay, you know, and you may know, whatever this resonated with you, it might bring up a situation from your past, something happening now, past life even, or something that's starting to enter into your energy field. But this week may be a really, really important time to speak up. Use your words, defend yourself if you need to. Use your words to offer this love, or if this love is being offered to you, truly and honestly discuss how you feel about the situation. And the next steps, it says, the fool will soon meet the Hierophant, who alone holds the door between the earthly plane and universal consciousness. Who is he to you? So this is really about larger things as well as universal truths in love. For some of us as well, this may be reconnection after, I know a lot of us are being asked to quarantine ourselves or being asked to self-isolate, and this is done out of love as well for other people around us. So for some of you as well, that may be just a side note. I don't want to talk too much about that because we're all in this together and we all know we're going through it. But for some of us, this may be really difficult. So putting down the burdens there and rethinking even our situation at this point, that it's because of love and waiting through to make those reunions with the people that we love in the physical. But it doesn't necessarily mean we can't pick up the phone and say, hey, I love you. Hey, I was thinking about you. Hey, I want to share my heart with you. And I want to speak my truth in a way that is grounded as well. So let's find out some more information here. Spirit, what else would you have us know? Thank you. And you get the 8 of Swords, which is also about taking a look in the mirror and seeing what thought patterns have served us well and what thought patterns have not served us well. This may be speech as well. even though it is grounded in something that is rooted here, even though this is, your first chakra being your root, this is also saying that sometimes, though, this deeply ingrained thought paradigm or program or ways of thinking about ourselves, ways of thinking about others, ways of thinking about love, I heard selfishness as well, but all of the thoughts that bind us, that hold us, that keep us here, or that may keep us stuck and stagnant, I feel like this is saying, you know what? It is really time to look at these, because with the Ten of Swords being the overarching energy of enough is enough, we finally hit a completion to a cycle. It's asking you that in order to fully complete this cycle and to move on with a new grounded love, an offering of love, a new cup in this world, a newfound love for life, the ability to speak up and to offer our feelings to others, we need to also get out of our own head and think, okay, in the past, what are some things that when I experience conflict, what do I do? When I look in the mirror and I look at myself, do I see myself being held back by my own thoughts, my own actions? As well as maybe my own refusal to speak. Tell me about the Eight of Swords, please, Spirit. So first out is the Death card, Judgment. Well, I feel like this is also about big time transformations, right? That as we put the completion to the mental processes that weren't working, as we can see kind of this shadow point in the mirror where this girl is blindfolded. The one in the mirror is blindfolded, but the other part of you, it's out in all seeing. And this is not to put judgment on those past ways of thinking, those past ways of communicating, or the ways that you may have seen yourself, because those are learning steps along the curve. But it means that we're here to bring transformation, as well as with judgment, it's time to actually see the truth. And for some of you, this is definitely coming down in through the crown. This is something that is being divinely orchestrated as well. This particular time we're in, this is divine intervention, right? This is something beyond all of our control. And we have two things. We have the Two of Wands about making a decision, and in here choosing to honor her light, choosing to honor her magic, choosing as well as to create and enjoy life from the sacral. So we also have the Five of Cups here as well. And I feel like the Five of Cups with the Death card and the Judgment card here is saying in some ways that this is up to how you look at it. You may look at the Five of Cups in some ways as they're all overturned except for one, but in this particular card, she's not afraid of the other one's not being there. There's still a card turned right, and she's kind of looking at you in this way saying, hey, speak your truth. If there's a place in here where you have felt in your heart space kind of left out, we have a 5 here, and then we go to the 6, which is meaning we're jumping to get out of this mentality into reunion with yourself or with another, depending on how that is. So I'm going to pull a little bit from the Psychic Tarot Oracle right now. They're asking me to look at the bottom and the top. So the top was the Ten of Pentacles, and the bottom was the Princess of Swords. So having the grounded stability and wealth of spirit and understanding in this world that you have what you need. This is also 2 tens, headspace and grounded here space, saying it's time to bring endings and completions to places and to see the wealth that we have in our world and to communicate honestly and truthfully with judgment here. And this judgment, I feel as well, has to do with this 8 of Swords. Judgment is loud and proud and overseeing the situation from a much higher perspective. So allowing the transformation and the old you to kind of go away, to die off, this to me is also, I'm hearing like dead skin cells, okay? Having a bath, taking some self-care, scrubbing your feet, scrubbing down your body, and, you know, feeling all of the old dry skin coming off of you. And when you step out of this bath, you're shining, you're replenished, and you're soft. You've got brand new you, really, because it's no longer the dry scale after the winter. So after doing these kinds of things, taking those moments to see from a higher perspective and to treat ourselves with the love and the care that we truly deserve, and to make these choices as well, not to see ourselves as unworthy or lacking of love, but to make the choice to go out and discuss, and to know that as we do this, we hold all of everything that we need within ourselves. And again, this is also much like these two other ones, the yellow. This is increasing our self-confidence as well with this yellow, because as we put down the burdens and as we start to see everything that we have, you see all these riches here, but also there's family. There's the abundance and joy in life that we have that doesn't come from monetary gain. So definitely speaking and taking those first steps of action towards others, even if it's just a quick phone call to say, you know what, I've been thinking about you, I care about you, I know that we have to wait for a while, we're not able to, you know, meet up in this time, but I'm choosing to lay down the old ways of being that weren't serving me, and to put an end to mental unrest, and to come to my own voice with authority. Okay, so we're going to ask a message here from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. And I'm going to ask any more messages. Thank you. So you get two that came out here. One is, again, the memories of love. And this is the Six of Cups. For some of you, again, this definitely could be a reunion with another, or as well, reunion with yourself, and really trusting Spirit, really trusting that the universe will not take anything away from you that you're not ready to let go of, or there wasn't a reason for it to be let go of. And this is not talking about there could be hardships in your life. You know, we've all experienced the loss of loved ones and people that we truly care about, and these are difficult times when we go through this. But I feel like what Spirit's asking you with these memories of love is to really hold on to the good times, and hold those people if you've lost them in those situations in your heart with love, but to release them like a candle. And for some, what I'm hearing is literally a release ceremony. You know, light a candle, and you could even hop in the bath and ask Spirit to help release anything that is negative or stagnant in your energy field and holding you in a state of grief, and to allow that to transmute. So we set the fire element, and then as we move into the water element, we ask Spirit to transmute this energy down the drain with love. Because as that happens, new prosperity begins. Seeds that may have been planted long ago with the Six of Cups. I feel like this is done in partnership as well, that this is going to grow, this is going to flourish. It's going to take honesty and new beginnings as well. That this time around, because the burdens of the past and the thought processes are laid to rest, and because in this process one or both parties, however this is resonating for you, are coming from a very grounded, whole perspective on themselves, and have laid to rest the places where there was unfairness. This is also choosing, as we put down the old ways of thinking, this is choosing to come to this world new, this Ace of Cups. And this, again, may be someone that you already know. I don't feel like this is new love, because there's been a lot of strife between these two people. There's been a lot of time as well, I feel like, because we do, again, have two Six of Cups here. There's definitely been a past. This could even be past life. But there is something that comes from this that is great, that is nourishing to your soul as well, and that you're nourishing something together. So new beginnings all around. New beginnings. And what does that new beginning take? See your feet? It means taking steps. She's standing on top of the world, and the world is her oyster. She has the ability to make whatever choices she needs to, and the door behind her is closed to the old world, and she's not looking back. She's bravely taking those steps. So one last card from this oracle deck for how can we help move into these new beginnings with the most ease and grace. Okay. First one is the light. Hold on to the light, call in the light, call in your universal guidance, as well as, this is yellow, focusing as well on what you yourself can do, the action space that you can take. You get shadow. Some of this is going to be with the Eight of Swords as well. This looking at the mirror, this is the shadow aspect, knowing that without the light there is no dark, and without the dark there is no light. We wouldn't be able to distinguish between them if we didn't see the other. And this is bringing awareness to the shadow periods within ourselves as well, so that moving forward into this new beginning, we are coming at it whole. You also have balance that came in here. So we're coming at it balanced. And if you can see around here, these rings of power, these circles of power on the crown, that she is searching for them to come down to her. She's asking the light to help her. And in this particular case, he is enlightened by what he has seen, and when he has taken the time to look at himself, the things that he feels are going to be relevant and helpful, and then the old patterns that were maybe derived from some sort of trauma, something from, childhood, something that's just not serving him anymore. This is bringing awareness to it, to bring balance into our life. And I'm feeling like as well, for some of you, it's going to be a really, really important time to really work on clearing any blocks to trusting your own intuition and your own third eye, to speak your truth. And the top is trapped in fear. The bottom is suffering in silence. Under that, though, was fulfillment of wishes. This is probably why the Ten of Swords was here, is that there's been a lot of suffering, a lot of inability to speak. With the Emperor here, a lot of not feeling in control or authority over our own thoughts, or not feeling strong or confident enough to try and mend whatever situation has been broken, is what I'm hearing. But I feel like really working out the shadow aspects that have had you trapped in fear, this as well, this fear. Fear is, to me, I call it devil energy, because it's something to get in your way from greatness, something to get in your way from making decisions and moving and plodding forward. So if you've had a lot of fear, and this day and age, fear is all over the place. The media, take a detoxing bath, detox that stuff. See even in your own self where fear is trickled in, and how much of the fear is rational compared to unrational, and what can you do in your own world to minimize the effect of fear from you truly still living your life. So bring an end to any suffering that's done in silence, any fear that we've been trapped in. Allow death to come, and embrace that death energy with that, because we will see whatever we're left with. As the old falls away, it brings new awareness to the new, and definitely something that it's new beginnings, fulfillment of wishes, but prosperity beginning in this world and really working together. So last message before I leave you guys, I'm going to ask the angels for one advice card. Thank you. Get a couple that fell out. First I have here is friendship and power. So if you're mending a friendship, if it's a discussion here that needs to take place, know that there's great power in our friendships, and these people help to empower us as well. And speak the truth. Get things moving. You have divine guidance with forgiveness. And for some of you with the Six of Cups, you know that this person or these group of people have been in your life before. And if you've been feeling like it's time to forgive, it's time to mend the situation, here's another thing from Spirit saying, you got this, it's time. For some, the ones that fell out, for some of you, this could be romance for sure, right? Like there's a lot of cups, 2 6 of cups, prosperity beginning. Focus on the special times together and closeness. We have dreams, some of you as well. Pay attention to your dreams. This is also when we activate our third eye, when we're activating our crown. We're going to receive messages sometimes in our dream space because that's when we're open. One of the things I'm hearing is you could even go to sleep with intention, ask Spirit to deliver a message in a way that you can understand through your dreams, but focusing the last two on your blessings, focusing on in this world what we have to offer, what we have been blessed with. And I feel like this as well with forgiveness, that there is always a blessing after the storm. There's always something that we learned, even when we have an argument with someone else. When we encounter these like conflicts or blowbacks or whatever you want to call them, we learn something about the other person and ourselves. So focus on your blessings and focus on the power that you have now, and really, 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 any burdens from the past, I feel like it's time that this needs to be discussed to move forward. And just, again, it's here. Prosperity begins. So it could be this week, it could be some action that you put into action this week, but whatever it is for you, just keep an open mind, my friends. Thanks for watching my beautiful, beautiful people, and I hope you guys have a really great week. Bye now.